So I'm going to start or begin explaining or answering the first question, which is does the practice generate enough cash to cover its current obligation? So in fact, the practice will earn enough cash to satisfy its existing commitment based on the given performance. In comparison to previous years, the essential ratio for analyzing financial account has improved significantly in multiple areas. For example, in 2018, it was minus 294.5%, while in 2014 it went to 6.3%, which shows great improvement. Therefore, to me, it is clear indication that the practice is doing great work and ready to continue its obligation. So the second question that I wanted also to explain is that is the practice likely to be able to meet its long-term obligation as they become due? Because it appears that net income and net patient service revenue increased dramatically from 2013 to 2014, uh, from 6.7 to 1.7%. And not only that, but also equity net income or equity also increased from minus 294% to 6.3%. So the practice is more likely to meet its longer term obligation. As a result, I'm optimistic that the practice will be able to meet its duties in a long term run. So the third question that I want to answer is that is the practice increasing its patient encounters and collecting its accounts receivable in timely manner? I would argue that the practice isn't it's not boosting its patients encounter because income has decreased as well, and it hasn't been collecting its accounts receivables effectively or in all timely manner. In addition to that, according to the average collection period ratio, it failed to collect its accounts during the 2013 to 2014 period since it did not adhere to its regular 60 days. This is according to College for America 2015. So now what is the practice? Is not net worth or equity, and is it improving? Is this practice improving its profitability on sustainable basis? So the practice equity is 8.173, and it appears to be increasing. In addition to its profitability is not improving. In addition to that, its profitability is not increasing on long-term basis. However, it can increase revenues, and I believe it will be able to increase profitability on the longer-term basis. So, how might the hospital's acquisition of Dr. Phillips' practice impact on the future financial performance of the practice itself? Because of the complications of maintaining chronically ill patients, and the hospital's acquisition of Dr. Phillips' practice might have an impact on the practice's failure financial performance. Not only that, but also it will increase the profitability on fundamental basis. So all the factors considered, do you think it is a good idea for the hospital to acquire the practice? Why not? In fact, it's a good idea the hospital to acquire the practice because hospitals are opened for two reasons: supporting the community and creating jobs for professionals such as doctors, nurses, and others. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that this hospital is doing all these activities which all the hospital is supposed to do, and only that sometimes there are bounce backs and which this practice also has experience previously, which can be recovered, but the factors Don mentioned can be resolved as well through dedication and effectiveness. So this is the reference of this of what I've mentioned above.